Match reaction, Ipswich 1, Manchester United 1. Your reaction to that game?
Change is what we asked for, simple as that. Long way to go. That performance there, mediocre to be honest with you. I can't slag the players down, I can't slag the manager down or anything like that. We asked for change, we've got it, and on that performance, we've got a long way to go. Let's not delude ourselves here. This is hard work. The players haven't changed, just the system. You can see a system, and that's the good thing about today.
Got off to a flying start though. First couple of minutes, got that goal, and it did give you a bit of optimism though. But then after that, we kind of sat back. It all started feeling a little bit flat after that.
I looked at that first minute there. Ahmad, I've said it, run at the players. That's what he's good at. He did it. Rashford should be where a striker should be. Fantastic goal. And I thought we would go on. I thought the first 15 minutes, I thought the players were passing the ball, they were running, they were chasing, they were closing down, they were doing everything what you expected. They were going down the wings, and then it slowed down. Then the midfield was like getting caught out. The tempo dropped for United after about 20 minutes. And if you look at that first half, and if you look throughout the game, the opportunities what were created, Onana saved us. And I mean from both sides. Onana saved us there. Couple of good saves there. One I would put in a world-class bracket. Their goal, deflected. He would have saved it if it hadn't have been come off Mazraoui's head. But it was lacklustre. Lacklustre. The creativity was there for certain moments. But that final ball, again, how many times do we see it? I've criticised Garnacho for his final ball, not getting his head up. And time again today, you're seeing the same thing. There was one run through there where he could have pushed it to Rashford, delayed it.
He did say before the game, Amorim, though, that a few of the choices that he did pick in the starting 11 were forced because he's had more time with him on the training pitch this week. Because the players like Agati, I thought would have started today. Højlund as well up top. Do you see them sort of players coming back in for the next game, or do you think Rashford will still start as a centre forward next week?
He had the players what he had. The opportunity to train with them, get the system right. That's what it was, and we have to accept that today. As time moves on, more and more players, he'll be used to him and the system. You won't see that starting 11. You won't see that starting 11 again. No way. Today, Rashford, he's not a striker. You've seen that today. He's not a striker. His work rate was no different than normal. I think there'll be changes there. Maybe he might go out to the wing and change it, but there will be changes. He said that he's got to adapt, and quite rightly he's got to adapt to these players. I thought in the second half, straight away, opportunity there, didn't go in. But then when you look at it, I thought Ruben Amorim thought to himself, I need Luke Shaw on here, I need Ugarte on here, I need to tighten this up. The legs seem to have gone. The challenges weren't in there. The midfield was more open. It was like we was just there, ready to be picked off. We weren't going on the attack. So he did the right thing there.
I did think we was missing something from Bruno today. Do you think this system actually suits Bruno, with him being out wide like he was doing? Obviously, he dropped deeper into midfield when changes were made in the second half. But what did you think of Bruno today?
I thought Bruno's first half performance, he was mainly anonymous, to be honest. There was one or two touches, that was it. I thought, like I said, after 20 minutes, the midfield was wide open. He wasn't in the game in the first half, but I thought he came into it. Maybe it was a positional change with Bruno in that second half, but he was more influential in what United did. So Bruno, for me, picked up. Bit disappointed with him in the first half. But then when you look at the game as a whole, you know, I'm disappointed with the performance of the players. But the players, they've not played that system before. They're not the players what we all expected to be on the pitch. So coming away with a draw, I'm disappointed. I think going to Ipswich, we should expect to win. I thought we would go there and beat them at least 3-1. So from that point of it, it was disappointing. But it's early days. It's a new regime, and we have to accept it. And anyone who really goes in on that game, the performance and everything, they're deluded with themselves, because it's early days in the start of the Ruben Amorim era, and it will take time.
Do you think Martinez wasn't in the squad today? He's injured. But Luke Shaw, do you think going forward, if he can stay fit and consistently, puts in a good performances, do you see him in that back three, or do you actually see him as that left wing back position? Because for me, him keeping Delo on today, I'd have preferred to have seen Luke Shaw in that left wing back position where Delo was. But obviously Johnny Evans not got the legs to last 90 minutes, so I can understand that change. But do you see him in that position?
You can see him in a position if Martinez doesn't come back injured. Because he's fit now, he's on the pitch, we've seen that. And if Martinez is fit, you can actually see Luke Shaw replacing Delo.
Yeah, the only reason I'm saying that is because he had Ahmad on the right-hand side using him as a right wing-back, whereas, a left footer, which Ahmad is, I thought he might have put him on the left-hand side if he's using him as that wing-back. So then you've got that natural right footer and left footer on both flanks. But maybe going forward, he might stick to...
Listen, I look at it this way. I think we was all confused at times, right, with where players were playing, what they were doing, what the tactics were, who should be running back, who should be helping. But if you're talking about Luke Shaw, when fit, we all know is a good player. We just can't rely on him. So if Martinez is back, that's fine. I'll be quite happy to see Luke Shaw go in Delo's place. No two ways about that. He's a more of attacking threat and can cross a ball. So Luke Shaw fit. Let's hope he is fit. But Amorim's got a tough job to do.
What do you think the toughest job he's got here? For me personally, I don't know about yous out there, but it's getting this team scoring goals on a consistent basis, because the wide players, the centre forwards, Rashford, I thought that was a good goal for me today. Good centre forward play based on instinct for Rashford. But we need to see it consistently from all the players throughout the game.
Well, when you talk about consistency, Rashford's not consistent. Amorim will soon find that out. He won't be happy with today. He won't be happy with certain things certain players did, especially with his instructions. I seen him there making the second substitutes, Højlund and Xerxes. He was on the bench and he was like banging his fist, pumping his fist, as if to say, I want this, I want this, I want this fight and that fight. And to be perfectly honest with you, I thought they were both poor when they came on. I thought they would ignite the attack. But the thing is, they never got the ball. They weren't in the right positions. Garnacho put a great cross in, one of only a few today, to be honest. And there was no striker there. And that was poor. So I think he'll have words with them. I think he'll have words with Rashford. And together, the team has got to come together and work. But that won't be for a while yet, because this is a tough system to play and we haven't got the right players for it. So come Christmas, by the time we get to Christmas, these players are better get this sorted out. But I think it's very, very tough going forward. Very, very disappointing. The game just petered out as far as I was concerned. That was the disappointing thing. And like Amorim, he wanted the fight. There was no fight there. And that, really, for Man United, in the first game, we've had a week of a build-up of Amorim. We've got new tactics, new style, new energy, everything else like that. The players talking about, Ruben Amorim's this, he's that, he's great and everything, And then they go out there and the game just petered out. Where was the fight? There didn't seem to be a fight. And I go back to Onana. He's the one what saved United today.
He did say that he wants them to all have fun, the players, when they're out on the pitch, but you didn't really see that from a lot of the players today. But it's early days. Let's hope, fingers crossed, we do see progression going forward. I'd just like to thank you all for joining us today, getting involved in the match reaction. As usual, smash that like button, help support the video on the channel, and get your own comments in the comment section below. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.